now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We have been tracking some light shower activity that has been occurring just along and south of I-20 corridor that moved through Franklin Parish and also near Columbia and parts of Catahoula Parish as well, kind of moving to the north towards West East Carroll Parish near Oak Grove and Lake Providence, moving across the Mississippi River. And we also have some heavier activity back along the I-30 corridor from Texarkana up towards Little Rock and even back towards Dallas. Now these showers are kind of moving in a northerly direction because we got that warm front that's already starting to move across our region now. There's the parent low pressure moving across Texas, Oklahoma, and that cold front is where we're going to have our biggest concern that will be sweeping through later on this afternoon, evening, where we'll have a chance to see some severe weather. Our temperatures have been mainly in the 60s along and south of I-20. We've been mainly in the 50s in Arkansas, but Monticello, Camden, and El Dorado have all now finally warmed up to 60 and 61 degrees. Dew points, they have just been slowly climbing throughout the day with the passing of this warm front. Warm, moist air just keeps funneling in out of the south and southeast. All going to be part of the ingredients that we'll be watching for these storms to be feeling off of for this evening. And even visibility has dropped off a little bit. Monroe dropped down to 2 miles. We have improved though out in Ruston. Still some lower visibility up in Camden, Monticello with some fog that developed. Very moisture rich environment out there. Winds have been mostly calm, so it allowed for some of that to develop. So just give yourself plenty of distance between yourself, the vehicle ahead of you, and some time to get to your destination. Bus stop forecast, we're cloudy now. Some spots do need the umbrella, and then by this afternoon, that's when the thunderstorms roll through. Temperatures, yeah, well above average, reaching into the mid-70s for our daytime highs. Now, there's still going to be a limited instability ahead of this frontal boundary because of all this cloud cover, and then once it rolls through, we will clear out very quickly with high pressure moving again across Texas. We'll be all clear as we go into Friday and going in start of the weekend with winds shifting more northwesterly. So around lunchtime, this is when those thunderstorms kind of roll along the I-30 corridor, and once we hit 2 or 3 o'clock, that's when we kind of enter that window for the severe weather threat. We will see a kind of a line of storms with potentially some cells popping up just ahead of it. Like I said, the overall instability is limited, which basically going to mean these storms might be short-lived. Our main threat at this point is going to be high wind gusts up to around 60 miles per hour, and there's still an isolated tornadic threat. Confidence is not too high with it, but the chance is just not zero, so we could possibly see maybe a little rotation along the line, or even with some of these cells that pop up ahead of it, maybe 1, possibly 2. So that's kind of the confidence we have with that. Small hail cannot be brought out neither. And then notice once we hit midnight, everything's on out of here. So about 3 o'clock onwards towards 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock-ish, and then we clear out overnight through early tomorrow. So we still maintain that level 2 slight risk for severe weather across a good chunk of the area, with probably the greatest threat mostly just south of the I-20 corridor. And the excessive rainfall as far as flash flooding, mostly going to be a problem in Arkansas along I-30, where elsewhere we do have a marginal risk. We'll probably see up to 1.5 inches of rainfall for most locations. So that's kind of what we're looking at for later on this evening. So just kind of be weather aware once we hit the 3 or 4 o'clock window onwards into the evening. And then beyond the forecast, temperatures, they're going to be trending well above average as we go into the first week of February. So today, high of 74 degrees with these thunderstorms. So then tonight, the storms will continue. Midnight, most everything's on out here and the severe threat ends. Then for tomorrow, mid-60s with gradual clearing, and we'll be still above average, even with temperatures in the 60s over the weekend. Early next week, we're back to the 70s with clouds returning through next Monday and Tuesday.